Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to night 2 of WrestleMania. This is the Preshow for night 2, as we are going to be kicking off with another gauntlet matchup. This time it will be in the tag team division, as Grayson Waller and Austin Theory of A Town Down Under will be kicking us off tonight against Alpha Academy, a part of this gauntlet matchup. There will be a total of 7 teams in this. There would have been 8. But Imperium was taken out of consideration after CM Punk took both of those guys out on Monday Night Raw. So the 7 teams that are part of this, like we mentioned, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller of A-Town Down Under, Alpha Academy, we have DIY, LWO. There'll be 2 sides of the LWO that will be in this. It'll be a good odds of them winning it, possibly, because we'll have 2 tag teams of the LWO. You got LWO, you got Rey and Santos Escobar, you got Angel and Humberto, and I believe we also have the Viking Raiders. So that is LWO, DIY, Viking Raiders, Angel and Humberto, and Rey and Santos. So certainly a little bit of everything in this tag team gauntlet matchup, as there is A Town Down Under's Austin Theory, multi-time United States champion, and a former Raw Tag Team champion in his own right as well. We'll see how he fares tonight with Grayson Waller, as they will be taking on Alpha Academy to kick off, like we mentioned. But WrestleMania Night 1, ladies and gentlemen, was chaotic to say the least. We had Roman Reigns walk out Mr. Money in the Bank for Monday Night Raw. He did not cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Also on Monday Night Raw, regarding the Money in the Bank briefcase matchup, we saw Asuka walk out victorious, and she actually cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase. We will address that here in just a second. We saw in the main event Bianca Belair taking on Bayley for the Women's World Championship. Bianca Belair wins with a KOD, Kiss of Death, and not even seconds after Asuka would cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase, it was very close. It looked like it was going to be turning into like a failed cash-in situation, but ultimately Asuka would make Bianca Belair tap out. And now Asuka is your new Women's World Champion. Absolutely craziness to galore last night there to end WrestleMania Night 1. Tonight, we'll see in your main event of the evening, Sami Zayn, your undisputed champion, who lost the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We'll talk more about that later on into the night. But Sami Zayn defends his undisputed championship against the phenomenal AJ Styles. It seems like he may be going under a little different, more attitude in the terms of what he did last night, getting very desperate and costing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn the tag team championships. If you did miss any of that, make sure you go back and watch it. But now we are going to have, looks like Chad Gable and Grayson Waller kick us off here. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Can American Alpha, or I should say, I'm used to American Alpha, that's what Chad Gable grew up with, himself and Jason Jordan. Now obviously went through a bunch of different tag teams, but he has found a good partner in Otis of Alpha Academy. Chad Gable being the leader of this group, himself and Otis. Let's see if they can make themselves one of the more intriguing tag teams in the division. Certainly might have the best chance, honestly, to make it from start to finish. We'll see how it goes, as Waller going back and forth here with Gable, showing that agility here, and over the top takes down Gable with that back body drop and a strong kick out from Chad Gable there. But like we mentioned, a big gauntlet matchup right now that will lead into ramifications into later on tonight, as the Raw Tag Team Championships will be defended against D-Generation X's own Braun Breaker, and obviously the big man, Big E. And now here goes A-Town Down's Austin Theory makes his way into the ring here. We'll see how they will fare in this matchup. Obviously Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, really known for singles action. Otis and Chad Gable more of that tag team repertoire. I'm not saying Chad Gable and Otis definitely can't stand out in singles action or in tag team, I guess, but certainly been focusing more as a tag team, as a duo recently. And now, Gable with the roll through, big takedown. Ooh, and working on that, was that his left ankle there. Gable could also set up for a possible ankle lock later on in the matchup. Going to be very, very careful in that situation. As Otis with a big time clothesline. Certainly Otis very underrated with what he brings to the table. Has one of the most deadly worms in a long, long time for sure with what he brings, and his compactor power slam, that's absolutely brutal as well. And look at Theory, just disrespecting not only Otis, but right in front of Chad Gable, as well as Theory with a drop kick there, taking down Chad Gable. But was it worth it? Because Theory was going to be about to be taken to the woodshed there, but now Austin Theory getting pushed away like he's nothing. And now, oh my goodness, imagine just being tossed right on the ropes like that. Can get that rope burn very, very quickly there. Theory doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring, trying to recuperate as Otis looking to fly here. I don't know if this is the best idea. Goes for the axe handle, but nowhere to go with it as Theory connects with a face buster. Down goes Gable. And talking about Alpha Academy, Otis now going to focus on Grayson Waller here. You're going to see these type of situations all night tonight, especially in tag team action. When you have that, you're going to try to make it a 1-on-2 situation to where you can hit a big maneuver and it will easily get you into the next round here, especially in this gauntlet matchup. Otis now looking to put this match away. Here comes Otis with those big haymakers and then tosses him in the air. Big time moment for Alpha Academy. They are former Raw Tag Team Champions and will look to have another reign here tonight. They're going to not only survive this, but they're also going to have to try to fight the current Raw Tag Team Champions, D-Generation X. As Waller just trying to rip that left shoulder blade apart. That's not what you want to be feeling for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have a massive night, especially when it comes to the SmackDown side of things for WrestleMania Night 2. Big time matchup from Jade Cargill. She represents SmackDown as your women's champion. She takes on the Eradicator of Judgment Day, that being Rhea Ripley. A first time ever matchup being here live at WrestleMania. Two big named women will be going at it. Something's got to give. You have the undefeated Jade Cargill, and you have Rhea Ripley looking to win the championship. Certainly going to be a big time matchup. There's Otis now from behind. Oh, look at this maneuver. Ooh, big front slam there. Takes down Grayson Waller, and Otis not really seemed like he's taking it too seriously there for a second, being very cocky there. And again, Otis just pushing him away. Waller's going to have to do a little bit more if he plans on picking him up. Is now a over-the-head suplex, takes down Waller. And now Waller going to get the hot tag. Here comes Austin Theory. Oh, and a big boot. There you go. That will definitely help out Theory and his chances if he wants to win this matchup. You got to hit him early and often here. Is Otis going for the splash. Theory saw it coming. Let's see if Theory can capitalize now. Can he pick up the big man? Referee getting in the way here. But luckily for Theory, it's helping him out here. And now going for that Northern Lights suplex there. But also talking about Night 2, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see Solo Sikoa, the United States Champion for Monday Night Raw, defends his United States Championship against the big man, Bronson Reed. Also tonight, we have that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. The winner of this matchup will be able to challenge their brand's prospective champions. We'll see how that's going to end up faring as well. Also, ladies and gentlemen, another massive matchup. John Cena versus The Undertaker. Legend versus legend. This is Undertaker's last match from what we understand. As a pinfall opportunity, is this enough to put away Theory? Not yet. I cannot wait to see how those two legends go at it. As now look at that compactor, world's strongest slam there from Otis. Is this enough for them to advance? But no, Waller is able to keep them in this matchup. And then also we have Drew McIntyre from Monday Night Raw taking on the Raw General Manager Shawn Michaels. He will look to get some sort of redemption / revenge, whatever you'd like to call it, after Shawn Michaels and D-Generation X have done everything in their power to take out Drew McIntyre and anyone in his personal bubble. And that has worked quite well. He's taken out both McIntyre, he's taken out Wade Barrett. It does not matter. And certainly with this more aggressive version of D-Generation X, it's very compelling, I would say, just to really see what exactly, compared to what they were with Dolph Ziggler as leader, they've gotten more aggressive. Shawn Michaels has even gotten more involved as well. And it's worked out in their favor. D-Generation X has won the Raw Tag Team Championships, as well as Nakamura. Despite not winning the Money in the Bank matchup, he did have a strong showing. So we'll see what's next for D-Generation X. We'll see if they're still going to be the Raw Tag Team Champions after this WrestleMania today. Look at Otis, that big gash on the head, man. That is just dripping. Otis now going to get the tag, rightfully so. I think Otis should definitely take a second to see if he can get that blood to stop flowing through, or at least off of him, and wipe it off or something. You don't want that blood getting in the eye. It could be ruined not only for yourself, but also for, if you're picking up your opponents. It's Gable with a strong kick out there. The matchup continues. Big time tag team matchup here live in WrestleMania. This is just the first tag team matchup of this lovely gauntlet pre-show. And I think getting all these tag teams a big opportunity. Waller breaking it up at the very last second. I thought that for a second that matchup was about to be over. But when you have 7 to 8 tag teams are part of this tag team gauntlet matchup, certainly it's going to be long and drawn out for sure. And in these tag team matches, also for the competitor, it's also going to be very tiring, and it's going to be, you got to make sure your cardio and everything else is in check in these type of matches, because it's going to take you to your limits here. As Theory now, big time clothesline. Oh, Gable's still coming out here. Theory thought he was going to have him, but obviously not. It's a nice snap suplex. Didn't go for the pinfall after that. We'll see if Gable can use that to his ability here. What a jumping knee strike. It's absolutely vicious. We don't see too many of that from Chad Gable that I can recall. And now look at Chad Gable going to slowly dissect Austin Theory. This is a great idea. Slowly but surely get it back to what brought you to the dance. Gable now. Oh, big takedown there of Theory. Who would you guys like to see challenge D-Generation X for those Raw Tag Team Championships? Obviously, we have these two teams right now. Only one of them advanced, but certainly you got to believe that the LWO has a great chance, obviously, of doing that, because there's going to be 2 tag teams of the LWO being in this, as it's got the variation of Legado del Fantasma of the LWO, and then you got Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. So certainly a lot of options in this, especially DIY would be a massive one. And same for the Viking Raiders. They're looking for their opportunity ever since, the unfortunate passing of Bray Wyatt as a stunner from Waller. Pardon me, pinfall. But Otis breaks it up. But like I was mentioning, with the unfortunate passing of Bray Wyatt and the group kind of disbanding and going their separate ways and everything like that, Viking Raiders haven't really necessarily had their opportunity to necessarily, have too many moments here on your television screen. So I think them getting an opportunity tonight, part of this WrestleMania Gauntlet Tag Team matchup, certainly could very well help them with not only getting drafted, but also certainly you got to believe that, this is going to be a breakout moment for them. They are former tag team champions. Cannot look past them whatsoever. And now, up in the air, down goes Grayson Waller. And obviously, all these superstars are going to be jockeying for position, not only obviously in this gauntlet matchup, but for after WrestleMania. Tomorrow night, or I guess maybe tomorrow midday, honestly, will be the start of the WWE draft. Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Every single superstar from top to bottom of each roster will be eligible to be drafted. Every single person, champion, non-champion, every single person on the rosters will be eligible to be drafted. Every single one is a free agent. So you could see tag teams getting split up. You could see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They could be moved to Raw, SmackDown, NXT separately. They could be as a tag team. Same for Alpha Academy. They could randomly be split up. You just don't know. Bloodline could get split up. Judgment Day could be split up. All sorts of teams here in WWE could be shifted. It honestly just depends on Shawn Michaels, Adam Pearce, JBL, on what direction they want to take their show. So obviously if they have a certain superstar that they believe will take over their brand, okay, hey, this is who I want on my brand. Here we go, pinfall opportunity. Chad Gable could be out, and he is. Otis believed Chad Gable was going to kick out, but now Alpha Academy is eliminated, and that gets Austin Theory and Grayson Waller to the next round, where they will have an opportunity to survive from the very beginning to the very end. I cannot wait to see who exactly is that going to be, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to be coming out here next? You have five big opportunities for these superstars to come out. Big win for Theory and Waller. Let's go ahead and see, ladies and gentlemen, who is next in line to face these two gentlemen. And now let's see who it is. It looks like it's going to be the LWO. But which part of the LWO will it be? Let's see who we got. Okay, so we got Hakeem Wilde and Cruz Del Toro. Hakeem Wilde on your left and Cruz Del Toro on your right. And now vice versa with the camera change. But certainly these two gentlemen will look to change the tag team division. And could you guys imagine if we ended up somehow having the LWO at the very end? If we had these two and then we had Santos and Rey Mysterio at the very end to make it the finals, that'd be absolute craziness. Obviously, the Legado del Fantasma are former tag team champions in WWE. Rey and Santos are former tag team champions here on Monday Night Raw. You know, be great to see, but right now the LWO will have to look forward to Theory and Waller here first. Definitely not going to be easy road for sure as we start the second gauntlet match of the night. So that leaves Angel Humberto, DIY, Viking Raiders, and Rey and Santos. Let's see how this is all going to go down here as Waller and Cruz Del Toro will start this match off here. Referee rings the bell. Matchup is official. Oh, already got ourselves a spine buster early on. Two different contrasting styles, but definitely these superstars can get high flying very, very quickly, especially the LWO, but Grayson Waller won't, shy away from getting very quick in the terms of jumping over the top rope or doing whatever he needs to do. As a stunner takes down Hakeem Wilde, but just a second of paying attention to Wilde will give Cruz Del Toro the momentum early on in this matchup. Certainly, obviously, LWO known for their ability to show that Lucha Libre brand of running around, flying around, and I think for Grayson and Theory in this part of this matchup, yes, you've dealt with some damage in this matchup, or at least the first matchup, but in this matchup, I think you gotta learn how to slow down the LWO, because if you start going towards what they want to do, it is going to be a short matchup. Waller's already busted open, so this could be a very short match very, very quickly. Hakeem Wilde just taking this in. This is a massive stadium. We are live, and we are ready. We are here in the lovely Hollywood, California, here in Los Angeles. Be a great night of professional wrestling. LWO working perfectly fine right now to connect with that sit-out powerbomb. And look at Hakeem Wild, he is on fire right now. Oh, double team maneuver there from the LWO. They're trying to keep Grayson Waller in their corner as much as they can. And holy crap, they are one of those tag teams that you cannot underestimate for sure, man. And they're just absolutely just chiseled and one of the better tag teams on Raw. Big uppercut from Waller. He's trying to keep himself in this matchup as much as he can. And Waller now going to try to do something smart. Maybe try to get himself a tag here, and he does. Definitely need to get Theory getting something going here. Collar elbow tie up here. And oh, what a punch there from from Hakeem Wild, pardon me. And now Cruz del Toro gets itself a tag into this matchup. Theory able to stop a potential springboard maneuver, and Theory connects with a strong clothesline. Now, I've always thought about this in the terms of tag team wrestling. What do you think is better with certain tag teams? Do you like tag teams that have kind of really known each other and worked in only majority of tag team matches? Theory with a flying cross body, but it landed more on Grayson Waller there. Very interesting. I don't know why Theory thought that was going to work, but I'll let Theory maybe answer that eventually down the line. But when you have tag teams that normally just work, as a tag team, and then you get tag teams, those makeshift tag teams that, they have, mostly for their career has been singles individuals. I've always wondered what would be the better maneuver, as again, Theory going high risk, but again, that's definitely going to hurt him more than expected there. As now Theory, Theory, oh my goodness, power bombing Cruz del Toro right to the ground. I ain't going to be feeling good. And with that question I asked, I think it also depends on the superstars, depending on, who they are. I mean, Theory and Waller, I think that's a great tag team pairing, as a backbreaker of the ages there from Cruz del Toro. But when you think of a makeshift tag team, with, two major single stars, like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H back in the day, Dangerous Alliance. That certainly was a dangerous alliance with how cold-blooded they were, Stone Cold and Triple H were as a tag team. And single stars, they worked out quite well. As a tag team, they worked quite well as well. So I think it really just depends on some of these tag teams that are makeshift, like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. They didn't come into this business together like certain teams. Big axe handle right to the middle of the ribs there, middle of the back area. Let's see if Theory and Waller can continue this momentum that they have at this moment. And now Waller, big scoop slam, takes down Del Toro. Let's see what Waller has in mind here. Del Toro gonna look for a tag. Here we go. And he gets the tag. Here comes Hakeem Wild. But I think Waller just caught him. He just tried to go for a drop kick, and he just kicked him. For sure as he tried to. That is probably one of the first times I've ever seen that. It was absolutely massive, especially in this type of matchup. But now Hakeem Wild, he has to. You can't showboat right now. You're down and out right now. You're having trouble gaining momentum. You have Waller doing quite well, and so is Theory in this matchup. So I think the LWO got to stop pandering to the crowd, and they got to figure out something quickly. Because it seemed like early on they may have been able to take it to Waller in Theory, but it is not going that way right now. It's a pinfall opportunity. Strong kick out. Still plenty left in the basket for both teams here. Now Hakeem Wild looking for an accent, or going for an collar elbow tie up. Waller, though, gets the upper hand with a big knockout punch there. But not enough to keep him out cold, though, as now here comes Cruz del Toro with a big Hurricane Rana, takes down Waller, who will advance into the next round of this big-time gauntlet tag team matchup. All for the opportunity to face off with D-Generation X later on in the night for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And hopefully, for their sake, it will be something like what we had last night on the Tag Team Championship matches, where the matchup was towards the end of the show. Hopefully it won't kick off the actual show. And I'm actually being told, ladies and gentlemen, the SmackDown Money in the Bank matchup will actually be kicking off the main show. So that's actually great news for the winner of this whole gauntlet match. Hopefully they'll be able to get some rest, like what Strowman and Ricochet did last night. Ricochet and Strowman winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships last night, all to the help of AJ Styles, as what a maneuver there from Cruz del Toro. Pinfall opportunity. Is this it? No. Theory right there to save the matchup. But just like that, Theory gets tossed out of play. And we got a live video feed of what happened from Kevin Owens. We couldn't see live in action, but we saw it from our point of view, where we saw, unfortunately, AJ Styles would pull Kevin Owens from the apron, and he would take him out of the situation, which absolutely sucks to even think about, as now Waller, we all know where he's going with this. Here we go through the bottom rope. Stunner! Stunner there. Pinfall. 1, 2. No, he kicks out. Somehow he kicks out. Theory is taking out his opponent there at ringside. Look at Waller through the legs, elbow drop. Surprised he doesn't try to go the pinfall. I think Waller had literally his best opportunity to win this matchup, but Cruz del Toro kept himself in this matchup as much as he can. Both tag teams putting each other through absolute hell in this second match of this pre-show. And Theory's saying, you better stay down, bud. And now, oh goodness. Continue to see more of those every time. That is not going to be the best feeling in the world. This looks like one of those superstars were trying to take off that announce table just moments ago while Waller and Del Toro were going at it. Couldn't tell if that's Theory or even Hakeem Wilde, but I guess it doesn't matter in this instance. And Waller now. Oh, I'm looking to go one more time here. Looking to connect with this stunner. Stunner again to Del Toro. Is it enough? 1. No. Hakeem Wilde right there to save the matchup. Waller absolutely fired up, and maybe that's a little bit of frustration as well. Believes he had the matchup over and done with, but again, they have to continue to work their tails off right now if they want to continue to be in this gauntlet matchup and earn themselves an opportunity for those Raw Tag Team Championships. And as of right now, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, I believe they're scheduled to be a part of that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that we're scheduled to see later on tonight. So yes, they are. It is Ilya Dragunov, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Jimmy Uso, and then on SmackDown side of things, Damian Priest, Dijak, Dominic Mysterio, and Jey Uso. So certainly, the longer this matchup goes, Theory and Waller may not have the juice, necessarily the stamina, to make it all the way to that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal later on tonight. As Waller, big axe handle to the ribs area. It's been a hellacious back and forth matchup between both tag teams. I know I keep mentioning it, but it has to be said. They're putting it all on the line in this matchup. They're trying to figure out every little cranny of their movesets that will be able to put their opponent away. And talking about this, a countdown to Hakeem Wilde. Is this it? 2. No. Del Toro saves the matchup. Everyone is beating the crap out of each other. What a match, man. You love the tag team fight in both tag teams. The makeshift tag team of Waller and Theory. You got the LWO. Man, something has to give in this tag team matchup. You love the scratching, the clawing between both of these scrappy tag teams. Oh, right to the armpit area. Definitely won't be feeling good, I can tell you that. Especially when you're going to be trying to pick up somebody. You're might pull something with that type of stuff. Nice drop kick there. Almost like a sliding drop kick there. Took him out momentarily. And now into the corner we go. Theory, big clothesline. A lot of people call him the future of this business, as what a neck breaker. Takes down Del Toro. Could this be enough? Will Theory pick up a big win? Will they advance to the next round here? But Theory didn't realize Del Toro just moves right outside the ring, and now, you know, the LWO got to figure out something quickly. Very, very quickly. And now Theory coming right after Del Toro, trying to really figure out what's the best option to do this late in the matchup. Oh, and what a backbreaker, man. Oh my goodness. You could definitely hear his spine break a little bit, I guess, a little bit when he connected with that. Probably the people up in the cheap seats of this stadium here tonight in Hollywood, California could definitely hear that. And Del Toro going to be maybe looking for a tag here. It looks like he will. Here comes Hakeem Wilde. Both men bloodied, bruised. They look like they have gone through an actual war. It definitely feels like that in this situation. Wilde just trying to slowly dissect Grayson Waller. Why not work on the lower back, work on every limb in the body? Because if you're not able to advance, it will definitely be able to help whoever's next in line in this championship #1 contenders type of matchup, the type of feel in this. It honestly feels like a tag team championship match, but it's not. These tag teams are running the gauntlet on the pre-show so that they can get on the actual WrestleMania, as Theory breaks it up here. And look at Wilde. The crowd's going crazy for this man. Wilde's saying, hey, should I finish him off here? Should we get to the next round? But these guys are just decimating each other. Whoever wins this matchup, I don't see them getting too far afterwards. They might get lucky, but these guys have gone through each other. It's been hard from the get-go. As Theory breaks up this matchup, it continues as now Cruz Del Toro gonna look to take out Theory. Here we go. Almost like a Michinoku type of driver there. Takes down Theory, and now Cruz Del Toro is gonna look to take out Grayson Waller. Theory not even moving at this moment. If I'm Del Toro, I go for the pinfall. Theory, well, I'm gonna say he wasn't moving now, or then I should say, but now he is. Got to figure out what you want to do. Theory, Del Toro, Cruz, Waller, Theory, matchup of a lifetime here tonight. Especially when it comes to WrestleMania, you don't know when you get that next moment. Obviously, Theory and Waller will be a part of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal later on, but still, you know, it's a whole different feeling. You never know when you make it back to the grandest stage of them all, so you have to put it all on the line as a pinfall opportunity. But Cruz Del Toro keeps the matchup flowing, and the matchup continues. Man, just getting stomped in the ribs. Referee might just have to honestly just disqualify both of them. Just put two new teams out here, because these guys, man, we might as well just make this an ambulance match, honestly. As Waller, brutal DDT spiking him on his head. Most of these superstars in this matchup have been bloodied. They have been bruised. Don't know how much more is left in the tank for a lot of these superstars. There's another pinfall opportunity. Is this no, it is not. The matchup continues. If you're these superstars, you got to start taking out their tag team partners if you want to even have a chance right now. So it feels like that's what's happening right here, right now. As a big face buster takes down Hakeem Wilde there. It's been a great past year from last year's WrestleMania all the way up to this year's WrestleMania. We've had twists, we have turns, we've had returns. We've seen it all this year. But what will it look like after tonight? What will the future look like? We've seen what the first night of WrestleMania looked like. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion, that being CM Punk. He survived Gunther. Out of everyone, CM Punk has done it. He is the face, at least at this moment, of Monday Night Raw. We'll see if he gets drafted back over to Monday Night Raw. You have a new Women's World Champion in Asuka. It was Bayley that walked into WrestleMania with the Women's World Championship, but then we saw Bianca Belair defeat Bayley, but Asuka would cash in literally a second or two after that matchup. So now Asuka is a new Women's World Champion. And also for night one, we had our fair share of obviously big matches. We saw Edge and Christian. Christian defeating Edge means Edge will no longer have a career here in WWE, unfortunately, which absolutely sucks to see as a big super kick takes down Grayson Waller. Theory's out, Waller's out, and now Cruz del Toro is watching on as Hakeem Wilde takes down Waller. And now Theory gonna focus on Hakeem Wilde. Waller's down and out. This is anyone's ball game, man. How many more finishing maneuvers, how many more big-time maneuvers do you get in this massive match? Is here is another pinfall opportunity. Is this it? No. Cruz del Toro able to break it up as Waller is down and out at the moment. He is still not moved. Theory looking to hit another A-Town down. Takes him down. He's busted open now. Another pinfall opportunity. But again, Cruz del Toro breaks it up. Man, these guys are putting on an absolute banger of a tag team match here on the pre-show. Theory now going to go high risk, high reward in this big-time tag team matchup. Nice drop kick takes down Hakeem Wilde. But talking more about the first night of WrestleMania, we saw a new double champion there live last night as we saw JD McDonough walk out with the European Championship as well as the Intercontinental Championship. Also, Stone Cold Steve Austin survived against Finn Balor in a back and forth matchup. Like we mentioned, Strowman and Ricochet are the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. One hell of a matchup there, ladies and gentlemen. And plus, we've already addressed the Money in the Bank situation, but certainly, to come to think about it, it's definitely the World Championship picture there from Monday Night Raw that is certainly, you could say, all over the place, with two new champions being CM Punk and Asuka. Very curious to see where that path may be. We'll see if Shawn Michaels will bring them back over to Raw. Will only one of them come back? All three? Two of them? None of them? You never know. Especially with all three brands being draftable this year. Every single superstar from every single brand will be available to be drafted in this year's draft. And these GMs this year have to make sure that they pick the right superstars, because there will not be a superstar shakeup until after SummerSlam. So that's essentially almost half a year until SummerSlam happens. So hopefully, the GMs pick the right superstars on what they want to see for their prospective brands. Theory telling Hakeem Wilde to stay down. So again, this is only your second match of this gauntlet matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We still have, I believe, a handful more of superstars still to get themselves in this matchup. So we still have 4 other tag teams that are left in this gauntlet matchup. This gauntlet matchup feels like it's the finals matchup, but it's not. We're barely into the gauntlet matchup. It is now a swinging neck breaker there from Wilde. Who will be able to pick up that pivotal pinfall in this matchup? As, oh goodness, the boots underneath the chin of Waller. We'll see if that may be a pinfall opportunity. 2. Ooh, very close. Theory stops it once again. It's a basement drop kick right there to the right knee. Taking down Mr. Hakeem Wilde once again. Oh goodness. Knockout shout into the unprettier. Takes down Hakeem Wilde. Is that enough? Will that be enough? He didn't go for the pinfall. Is maybe Waller doing that just because of, obviously, with the multiple breakups in this matchup? And if I'm Theory, I take out the other LWO member and I go for the pinfall, because you won't see what we just saw just right there. Multiple breakups. That's like the 20th one from each side. We know how big this match is, but you got to think logistically in these type of situations. As A-Town down, taken down Mr. Hakeem Wilde. But again, the matchup will continue as Del Toro continues to break it up. And now Theory will get a tag to Grayson Waller, his tag team partner. Still to come in this tag team gauntlet matchup, ladies and gentlemen, we still have Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. We still have Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. There's a big super kick there from Hakeem Wilde. What a beautiful maneuver there. Also, Viking Raiders, DIY. So certainly a little bit of everything left in this tag team matchup. But obviously we have to see the outcome of this matchup before we even are able to get to the next round of this gauntlet match. As here we go with the pinfall opportunity. Theory breaks it up this time. And look at Hakeem Wilde standing face to face there with Theory briefly. And now it looks like Theory and Waller are all down and out. LWO has the momentum at this exact moment. Who will advance? I feel like I'm a broken record, but this is, like we mentioned, this is the type of match you got to go all out on. The best of the best here in the tag team division. And it's not like every day that this version of the LWO are able to get, you know, an opportunity all the time. It's a big knee to the chest. You know, obviously Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar of the other side of the LWO get usually more of the opportunities compared to what we're seeing right now. Both men need to get themselves back inside the ring before we get ourselves a count out here. Very close. I believe we're at a 9, but luckily for both of us, the matchup will continue. My question is, what would happen if we had a double countout? Would the matchup be restarted? How would that work out? And now here comes a tag. Austin Theory. Both teams, they have to be extremely exhausted. They've hit multiple, and I do mean multiple, strong maneuvers to try and put away their opponents, but it's just been, their tag team partners have been there, which you love to see, but you would believe that their opponents would want to attack the people on the apron and kind of focus on that situation, but that may be just me at this time, as now another opportunity for this match to be ended. But again, Theory keeps this matchup going, as Del Toro did just break it up. And now Grayson Waller, what the hell is he doing? Trying to decide what he wants to do. Big takedown there. Theory absolutely fired up right now, as he should be. It's been one hell of a tag team matchup tonight. As, oh, super kick out of nowhere, takes down Austin Theory. That very well could be enough to take him out. And now, wait a minute. Oh, Grayson Waller taking down a tag team partner. And now here we go. What a vicious clothesline, trying to help out this tag team matchup. Oh, into a big jab there. Theory in trouble in the middle of the ring, it seems like. How much more can these guys withstand in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, nice. To the tailbone, into the kick to the jaw. And now Waller with a big super kick. Oh, but the rope break saves the matchup just momentarily. Right place, right time for Austin Theory. And Waller going to try and take out the competition here at ringside. Uh-oh. And now Waller going to help out his tag team partner. Big time takedown. The matchup now is now back in the favor of Theory and company here, but Theory barely moving. Oh, Waller from behind. Side slam takedown there. Waller continuing to kick some you-know-what here at ringside. This is anyone's ball game. And this literally feels like it's one of those matches that if it was more of a singles matchup, it'd feel like it'd be over and done with. As Waller now going to set him on the table nice and softly. I don't know what Waller's thinking about doing here. As Theory looking to get the pinfall. And he does. Waller, though, look, he's not done. Big elbow. But he put himself through the table his own self. But Austin Theory and company picking up the win. They advance to the next round of this tournament. Or gauntlet matchup, you could say. There's that unprettier there earlier on in the match. Theory dropping him right there. But big win for Waller and Theory. They both went through hell in this matchup. Let's go ahead and see who they will face off with next. They have just been through hell and back so far. And now it looks like Los Lotharios will be out here and accepting this tag team gauntlet match next. As there is Angel. Wait for Humberto to be coming out here very, very soon. But that last match, that was a grueling tag team matchup. Waller trying to even put his body on the line, trying to put him through a table. Come to find out before we started showing you the camera view, he put himself through the own table there. So we'll see if Theory will be okay there. But now Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, real life family members, will look to make their family proud here tonight. And it looks like they're going to pick out a strategy where they come out separately here. Make sure that Theory and Waller, won't be able to keep that adrenaline going. So it looks like Grayson and Theory able to wipe their faces down a little bit, get any blood that they had on their faces over and done with, so they don't have to worry about it. But it doesn't mean that they won't get openly cut in this matchup with obviously Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Definitely one of the tag teams that are highly underrated in this tag team division for sure. Certainly Angel and Humberto have had, I would say, troubles trying to find a home in any roster, I guess any brand. So certainly with this matchup, in this gauntlet matchup, if they could survive the rest of it, pick up a big win over Theory and Waller, this tag team very well could try to outlast whoever's left in this tournament. For the last three teams, you got anything from Viking Raiders, DIY, and Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. So we'll see how the rest of it goes here. But these two guys, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, certainly very talented superstars, and they're going to show off what they're going to be bringing to the table here tonight on the grandest stage of them all on the pre-show of WrestleMania. As Grayson Waller will kick off with Angel Garza here. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. And we'll see how Waller and Theory will be operating at this point in time, because right now they just got done with Alpha Academy and the LWO. The LWO matchup went a lot longer than the first matchup, so that's definitely a lot more to be taken out of you. Now here we go with the tag. Angel Garza going to have to try to figure out something quickly. The big axe handle right to the arm. Theory now. Oh no. A little bit slower in the exchange there. Angel Garza can get to the tag, as now Humberto and Angel Garza going at it here. Look at this head scissors beauty taking down Austin Theory there. And you got to be careful when you face off with a team like Angel and Humberto, really known for their high-flying ability. I would say definitely a lot quicker than Cruz del Toro and Hakeem Wilde for sure. As a stunner takes down Waller. This is what 2-for-1 specials you're going to get when you're facing off with Los Lotharios. Oh, what a maneuver. Big maneuver from Humberto. Oh, going for the drop kick. Theory having too much of it. Back and forth we go. The matchup is heating up. Oh, big old punch. Big clobbering blow there. Trying to do it again, but Theory not dealing with it. Roll through. Theory with a drop kick. That maneuver, man, just so damn impressive with what Theory brings to the table. And look at having Humberto's head right underneath that second rope and just eye raking him right in front of Grayson Waller. We all know how desperate Theory fights sometimes, but damn, that's pretty desperate there to have him underneath that second rope and just doing him just like that. And now Carrillo going to get himself a hot tag, going to get himself to Angel Garza now. Going for a clothesline. Theory blocked it, and now let's see if Theory can capitalize here. Off the ropes, here comes Theory, swinging neck breaker. Big takedown there from Theory. And Theory's saying, hey, if you want to get the matchup going high-paced, I'll try to match you as best that I can here. Here we go with the tag. Theory and Waller are going to try to slow down Garza and company here as much as they can. Oh, what a big knee to the lower back. Going to go for the pinfall. I don't think this would be enough as a strong kick out. Waller and Theory are going to have to try to do a little bit more powerful maneuvers if they have to, if they want to win this matchup. Garza, roll through, kip up. Nice enziguri to the back of the skull. Ooh, and a nice reverse DDT there from Angel Garza as well. Something about this tag team, man, I'm surprised that they haven't gotten more opportunities, but it's one of those opportunities that you gotta take with a grain of salt. You gotta use it to the best of your ability. If you happen to lose this matchup, you gotta at least put yourself out there to, honestly say, hey, I should be signed to wherever brand. I should be given the opportunities like these other tag teams here in WWE. And now a STO takes down Humberto. And now Humberto going to try to take out Theory little by little here. All big haymakers. Big haymakers as here comes Grayson Waller. And now big time scoop slam. Or not scoop slam, pardon me, but a snap suplex. And the matchup continues outside here, man. It's been a great night for professional wrestling, especially this past weekend here. You got Stand and Deliver to begin yesterday and then lead us into the pre-show and then lead us into the first night of WrestleMania. Just so much goodness going on, and I can't wait until we get to the main card of WrestleMania, especially the Money in the Bank match. What is that going to look like for all of us? Who's going to be going into the new year, the new season of WWE with the championships, the briefcases for SmackDown for sure. So, it's going to be very chaotic for sure. As now Garza with a nice suplex, slowing down Waller there. Let's see what Garza wants to do here. Just walking back and forth, trying to figure out what exactly he wants to do. Trying to measure himself out here. Going for that forearm strike, misses. Waller quickly dodging it, and we'll see if Waller can capitalize. No, he cannot. Here comes Carrillo with those big elbows to the midsection. And Carrillo. Face buster, down goes Waller. Waller going to look to get the tag right over Carrillo, and now Theory back inside the match. Theory dodges that. Now I think it's time to drop Carrillo on his head, right there on the knee. Pinfall opportunity. Will that get Carrillo in this matchup longer? Yes, it does, because Angel Garza is able to break it up. We'll see if this tag team matchup will be as long as that previous tag team matchup. That was quite long for that second match. Theory now. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a release suplex. We've seen a fair share of those suplexes throughout the years. And now Grayson Waller going to get himself back in the tag team. And talking about the massive tag teams we've had throughout the years, we've seen some really great tag teams. From the New Day to the Usos, we've seen a new generation of tag teams come up here on Monday Night Raw that, definitely you got to believe could be the next tag teams that could solidify the future, especially DIY. You got D-Generation X with Braun Breaker and Big E. There's so much potential when you look at this roster. LWO for sure. I think if the Viking Raiders get opportunities, I think they definitely could be the tag team of the future for sure. They're just two big guys, man. It's just craziness galore. Garza talking some major trash there. Humberto saving Garza though momentarily, and now going to be looking for some snake eyes. Boom! And now Waller is re-busted open, and I think that's in the same area he got busted open in the previous matchup. So it's not surprising that you're seeing a big gash on the right side of his head there. As Waller now, oh, what a snap suplex to the outside. These maneuvers get worse and worse as this matchup goes. And especially for Waller and Theory, man, they got to be, their whole body's got to be red at this point, man. Just with the amount of damage they have sustained and taken and survived with, it's absolute craziness. And now, going to go for another suplex, but Garza slips out of it. Ooh, into a big super kick to the back of the neck. That won't be feeling good for sure, I can tell you that. As now, here comes Garza. Face buster, down goes Waller. And now here comes Angel Garza. Big time suplex takes him down once again. Back and forth we go. Garza now setting up something in the corner. But looks like he's going to stop whatever he was trying to set up to. He's going to go for the Angel Clipper. Oh, down goes Waller. Pinfall opportunity here. Is this it? Theory breaks it up. Theory going to try to take out Humberto here, it looks like. We'll try to toss him out, but Garza's like, no, I see what you're doing. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Roll through, kip up, Insiguri takes down Theory. And now Theory's in trouble. Garza has Waller in trouble here. Waller a little bit faster here. What does Mr. Grayson Waller have in store for Garza? Oh, we've seen this plenty of times tonight. Here comes the Grayson Waller. Stunner to Garza. And will this be it? 1, 2. No, Garza able to kick out at 2.5. That could have been the moment. That could have been the moment for them to move on to the next round, but not yet. Referee was at a 2, but we won't have to worry about no countouts here anytime soon. As Waller, big punch to Garza. Garza busted open, blood dripping down his face. Can't really tell how big the cut is until we get a better angle. But that, oh my goodness, yeah, that is right in between the forehead area. That is for sure in a bad spot. Definitely could be getting in the eyes very, very soon as that swinging neck breaker type of maneuver takes down Garza. And right now, Garza may not even know where the heck he is at this moment. It's a devastating backbreaker there. And now, here we go, Grayson Waller. About to feel that maybe that Grayson Waller effect here. And now, Waller gets hit with a drop kick. Back and forth we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about being right place at the right time, trying to outlast your opponent as long as you can in these gauntlet matches. Garza, what is Angel thinking about doing here? Waller trying to survive here. Oh my goodness. Drop kick all the way from the corner there, landing straight there on Grayson Waller. Humberto, we're going to look to put the final pieces of this matchup away. Don't know how much more they can really sustain at this moment as Waller moves out the way. Oh goodness, what a maneuver. Waller was trying to go for a drop kick, but somehow Humberto lands on top of him there. And oh, look at this submission hold here. Waller may tap out here. This honestly could be all she wrote, but no, Theory is able to break it up. Humberto now going to try to get him out of the ring here. Oh, here we go. Pinfall opportunity. Referee is in position. 2, 3. Los Losarios picks up the win, knocking off Waller and Theory there. Just made Theory knocked out just enough to where they could get the pinfall, and Los Lotharios will move on. They have 3 other tag teams in line. Let's see who will be joining them in just mere moments. Big win for Los Lotharios. Let's see if they can get through these next 3 tag teams. And now let's go ahead and figure out who will be taking on Los Lotharios. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, it will be the other side of the LWO, the former Raw Tag Team Champions, Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Big time matchup here. We've heard about from a lot of the fans over the years, and especially recently with the LWO the past year coming together and everything like that. They wanted to see the likes of maybe Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo kind of joining up with the LWO and joining up and making this super faction that they have already had. I mean, we have on SmackDown, you got Carlito that, is behind the LWO and would love to be there with them on the same brand. Carlito is on SmackDown. You got Selena Vega that's all for the LWO as well. So certainly the LWO is definitely growing and very well eventually could take over. Mysterio wasn't able to win the Money in the Bank matchup recently on the last night's WrestleMania. Roman Reigns ended up winning that, but it's just absolute craziness to really see what's going on, man. It's a big time tag team matchup though. It's Santos Escobar and Angel Garza here. Referee rings the bell. Let's see how this matchup turns out. We have two other tag teams left in stores. A big knee there from Santos. We have either DIY or the Viking Raiders coming up next. And imagine if you get the powerhouse Viking Raiders next against these smaller tag teams. I mean, it's going to be definitely feel like a David versus Goliath in these type of situations. Especially how Eric and Ivar, they can easily move around this ring like cruiserweights. And that's the crazy thing about big guys, to be able to move around like that. It's Mysterio with that clubbing blow. Mysterio certainly not going to be 100% coming into this matchup after wrestling last night, but he's not going to back down from a fight. The leader of the LWO for a reason. And he's in the WWE Hall of Fame as well. The biggest little man in WWE history. And now Mysterio going to get the tag to Santos Escobar, former Raw Tag Team Champion with Rey Mysterio, before losing it back to D-Generation X. It was a short reign, but it was a very entertaining Tag Team Championship reign. But obviously being entertaining and good at the same time doesn't always work out well for you. You want to be one of those tag teams that are very consistent and persistent and continuing to be winning not only non-title matches, but also you want to continue to retain your tag team championships and be taken as a serious tag team. As now Escobar trying to toss Garza back inside the ring. Mysterio kind of blocking that, but it will allow Escobar to connect with this suplex. And another suplex. Escobar taking him to Suplex City. He's going to do it one more time, but a different variation of that suplex. Shout out to the late, great Eddie Guerrero with those type of different variations of suplexes there. I know it wasn't the Three Amigos, but certainly, definitely a different variation. As Garza, Oh, I thought for a minute he was thinking about tombstoning him, but that definitely will help out there as Escobar takes down Humberto. You got Angel Garza and now Santos Escobar back in the ring. Let's see if Garza can pick up a massive win here. They just picked up a massive win just moments ago, but now you got to take out former Raw Tag Team Champions. Easier said than done. As a strong kick out from Escobar. Time for a springboard drop kick. Lands flush and it takes down Escobar. Which one of these tag teams will advance to the next round, and eventually who will be the winner of this whole gauntlet matchup and go on to face the current Raw Tag Team Champions, D-Generation X. As Mysterio spiking Garza right on his dome. That very well could be all she wrote. Mysterio telling Garza to get up to his feet, but Humberto will get himself the hot tag into this matchup, misses the clothesline, and now Mysterio going to try to show him how it's done. And look at Mysterio feeling that overly confident right now. You'll be very careful when you're taking on these younger tag teams. Certainly they'll use that to their advantage. Now Mysterio maybe going to look for a tag, maybe not. Going to take him over the rope. Let's see what kind of high-flying action he might set up here. I would have thought maybe he would have went for like a springboard or, something else. But, maybe Mysterio has something else that he wants to do. This is what I'm talking about here from Rey Mysterio. Big DDT spiking Carrillo on his head. That's what's so good about Mysterio. You expect maybe one thing, but it turns out to be something completely different. That just makes Rey Mysterio certainly one of the best. In Mysterio's career here, he's been a Cruiserweight champion, multi-time United States champion, and also a Raw Tag Team champion with Santos Escobar. Is now, is Santos looking for a phantom driver? We've seen him hit this plenty of times. No, he does not. But that is highly effective as well. But Humberto coming back with a vengeance with those clubbing strikes. And now Humberto going for the fallaway slam. Didn't work out in his favor. And now Santos going back to work here. Off the ropes. Going for that spinning uppercut didn't work out, and now trying to regain control. Does not want it slipping out of his hands. Is now, ooh, very innovative snap suplex there, bringing it little by little there. Escobar feeling overly confident, as now here comes Angel Garza. Double knees, see if they'll be able to capitalize. It's like this is anyone's match to win at this moment. For Garza and the rest of Los Lotharios here, himself and Humberto, this is the moment that certainly they would love to have as a breakout moment. It's not like every day you're going to have yourself these type of matches. And now Escobar, can he flip him over? Looking for a big time submission, flips him over, sits him down, and now this could be it. He could tap out. Referee is right there to make sure if he were to tap out. Humberto's trying to break it up, but looks like Angel Garza is going to be able to get himself out of it. Oh, wait a minute. Pinfall. Referee getting blocked by the view of Humberto. Pinfall. But those precious seconds there cost him possibly the matchup. And now Garza going to focus on Mysterio. And now Santos and Garza go back at it. It's a nice sling blade into the drop kick right to the skull of Escobar. And if you're Garza and Carrillo, this is the moment. Mysterio's down and out at ringside. But again, one step ahead was Santos Escobar. Oh, what type of power maneuver? Oh, almost like a wasteland maneuver. Shades of Wade Barrett there. When you got two Lucha Libre type of teams, they're going to know each other very, very well, ladies and gentlemen. And it's to be expected to see them counter each other and just go back and forth in general. As now, looking for the wing clipper once again. Down goes Escobar. Is this it? 1, 2. Escobar kicks out at 2.5. And whose finishing maneuver is going to be able to win this, man? It has not been able to finish off any of their opponents just yet. And now, vicious knee to the nose there. Could have a broken nose. Might need to get Botox or anything, I guess. Depending on how hard you get. Maybe even some surgery. As Humberto looking for that frog splash, misses out. And now Escobar face to face with Humberto Carrillo. And he folds him like an accordion. Into another knee strike. And here goes with another opportunity with a pinfall. Could this be enough? Garza and Humberto keep themselves in it. How much more can these guys take? Oh, goodness. Nice drop kick. Not drop kick, but super kick. Pardon me. Right to the face. Definitely got it flush with the cheek and bone. Looks like Carrillo going to try to take out Rey Mysterio there. Big face buster. Santos takes out Garza. And now it's a one-on-one situation between both of these superstars, Santos Escobar and Carrillo. Who will walk out victorious here? Oh, what a maneuver from Carrillo. That could be it. Go for the pinfall, Carrillo. That's it. This is your moment. Put away Escobar. But now Escobar is going to make him pay. Nice Michinoku driver. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. No, Garza breaks it up. And now, somehow, this is where Garza needs to, or I should say, Santos Escobar needs to figure out something quickly. And now Santos, is he going to do that devastating maneuver we saw earlier on tonight? From the top, dropping him right on the top rope. And now Carrillo with an arm drag takedown there of Garza. Carrillo. Another maneuver. I don't even know what you want to call it, but it's very effective. Now Escobar, big elbow to the midsection. Here comes Escobar again. Time for maybe a tag to the WWE Hall of Famer. Yes, he will. Let's see what these two can work together in this big time situation. As is it time for a 619? It looks like it's time to make the call to the 619 area code. Here we go. Mysterio And now, oh, big axe handle, but misses. But Garza playing into the hand right there. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it changes up the momentum. And now Mysterio going to look to get himself a tag to Santos here. See what Santos can cook up here. Here we go, Santos, big time. Snap, suplex there, taking out the competition. And now back to focusing on his opponent here. And now here we go. Santos has him up. Down goes Humberto. Pinfall opportunity. 2, 3. And just like that, the LWO advance with a win over the Los Lotharios here tonight. And now the LWO will either be facing DIY or the Viking Raiders, as this maneuver is very impressive from the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute bone-crushing maneuver. As look at that, 619, but Angel Garza would eventually distract him, but Santos Escobar would get the tag, hit his finishing maneuver, and take down Los Lotharios. Big win, Santos and Rey Mysterio, but now they got themselves a big matchup either between, like I mentioned, DIY or the Viking Raiders. Now it looks like the Viking Raiders, ladies and gentlemen, are the next one to make themselves known. Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders. This tag team match is going to be absolutely brutal. Eric and Ivar getting an opportunity of a lifetime. Will be taking on Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio. The raid has commenced. Will they win tonight here live at WrestleMania to get themselves an opportunity for the Raw Tag Team Championships? These guys are so damn brutal in this ring, and we are about to figure out why exactly that is. Obviously, when everything was going down with Bray Wyatt, you had this whole new Wyatt family. You had the Viking Raiders, you had Alexa Bliss, you had the Undertaker, even Uncle Howdy as well. And I think, the Viking Raiders were going to be having a hell of an opportunity there, but unfortunately it didn't go that way. As the referee has started this matchup, very curious how that would have been for the Viking Raiders and company if, unfortunately Bray Wyatt didn't pass away. And, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Certainly you never know. He could have been champion still to this day if, like we mentioned, that unfortunately did not happen. But life happens, unfortunately, and we have to deal with it and, show our love and respect and admiration for him. As Eric and Ivar, dangerous duo, taking out Rey Mysterio. And now Eric gonna look to go to town on Rey Mysterio. If you're LWO right now, you gotta be careful. The power and strength of these gentlemen are off the charts. Not just your ordinary tag team. These guys are physically and brutally demanding. Definitely different compared to all the other tag teams that we've seen tonight, with obviously A-Town Down Under, Alpha Academy, LWO, Angel and Humberto, and obviously who we're going to see up next, because after this matchup, the winner of this matchup will face off with DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Let's look at Eric. Look at this, man, just making this look so damn easy. Look at this. Big time suplex takes down Escobar. And now Eric gonna try to work the head, slow down Santos Escobar so he cannot bring the pace in this fight here. Oh, right there in the shoulder area, right there in the, I don't even know which muscle that is, a little bit more of the shoulder area if anything, but certainly vicious brutality we're seeing from Eric and Ivar. Oh, and then a clubbing forearm blow. Santos and Rey Mysterio have dealt with a lot in this matchup so far, and Eric and Ivar, being their next opponent right now, certainly is one of those things that certainly is not going to be easy to watch when it comes to this stuff. As now Ivar, big splash to the ribs of Santos Escobar. That is not going to be feeling too good, I can tell you that. As now, here comes Ivar, or I should say Eric, pardon me, getting tagged into the matchup. Escobar trying to get back in this matchup at any way possible. Mysterio just chilling out at ringside. I don't know why he's not on the apron yet, but oh, nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Certainly Santos would probably love to get a tag to him here very soon, but it seems like Santos Escobar is doing it all by himself, just perfectly fine at this exact moment. As Eric rolls out to the outside, Escobar not going to allow him to get much time to recuperate. Especially with these teams having a massive opportunity. All the tag teams on each show for the most part are getting opportunities to showcase what has brought them to WWE in the first place. Like we mentioned, Eric and Ivar haven't gotten too many opportunities as of late, or the last couple months for sure, but now, you know, being in this situation that they're in, this is the time possibly to get re-immaculated with the rest of this roster. Look at Eric with those big maneuvers. Seemed like Santos was going to try to put this match away, but didn't work out in his favor, and now a sit-out powerbomb takes down Santos. Like I'll say it again, I'm surprised Ray is not, you know, trying to get on the apron to try to get a tag going for Santos right now. I don't know if it's some kind of, I don't know, magical spell that the Viking Raiders have right now, but Mysterio is not doing anything to help out Escobar at this moment. And that's going to help perfectly fine for the Viking Raiders as they're trying to get this crowd to join their raid. Here is the Viking Raiders look to get onto the finals here tonight. And a big suplex takes down Santos Escobar, trying to finish this matchup as soon as they can, because we know that's going to be a massive, massive matchup here coming soon against DIY. Here we go, pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? 2, 3. Holy crap, that Hurricane Rana was enough. It caught Eric got off guard, and it certainly caught everybody off guard. Essentially, it was a 2-on-1 handicap matchup towards the end there, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, we saw this. Eric has had throughout his career neck issues. That dropping him on his head helped, and then so did that maneuver. Hurricane Rana and Ivar didn't even come up to break it up as well. And I mean, he didn't believe that was going to be enough damage, but certainly maybe Mysterio's hurt a little bit. Santos Escobar having to do the work, I don't know. But now, up next we get to the finals. LWO versus DIY. And now it is time for your main event of this gauntlet matchup live here on the pre-show. Who is going to the main card tonight to face off with D-Generation X? Will it be DIY? They recently came back this year. They picked up some massive tag team wins along the way. Obviously, there was a little bit of a detour recently with Ciampa being in the Elimination Chamber match. But obviously he didn't win the championship. But back on the railroad, they are having their sights straight on the tag team division. Shawn Michaels giving them a great opportunity, a part of this tournament. Big time main event, ladies and gentlemen, between DIY and LWO. Who's going to walk out victorious here live tonight here as the referee has officially rung the bell? Who will give D-Generation X the better matchup here? Obviously, we've already seen the LWO and D-Generation X go at it multiple times. Will it be DIY's time to have a chance for those tag team championships? Or at least an opportunity to face them in a big-time championship setting. Will it be DIY's year starting up this tonight? As a big Hurricane Rana takes down Gargano. Ooh, Ciampa working out together, both men. A nice, intriguing combination there. Mysterio getting 2-for-1 specials in the corner. And definitely not the right 2-for-1 specials, if you know what I mean, especially when you go to a restaurant or a fast food place. It's definitely not the best 2-for-1 special, I can tell you that. As now Mysterio going to look for a Hurricane Rana from the second rope into a powerbomb. And look at Escobar saying, hey, it's game over. It's checkmate, fella. As, oh, goodness, a backbreaker for Gargano. He was at this stage last year at WrestleMania where he defended his WWE Championship against Adam Cole in the main event of WrestleMania. And unfortunately for Gargano, he would lose the WWE Championship as a suicide dive into a DDT from Rey Mysterio. Pulling all sorts of craziness out of the book there. And now Gargano trying to change up the pace of this matchup. Release power slam, taking down Mysterio. And I think for Santos and Rey Mysterio, with that win over the Viking Raiders, certainly that's I would say a surprising defeat. But with them defeating them quite fast, that definitely helps them out in the long run. It's Gargano face to face there with Santos, and Mysterio makes him pay. If you're Gargano, you got to focus on your opponent more than your opponent's partner on the apron. And now Gargano going to look to get himself a tag here in the corner next to his good friend Tommaso Ciampa. Here we go with the tag officially. Oh, nice drop kick. Puts Rey Mysterio back in his tracks here. Like we mentioned, whose time will it be? Will we see a new tag team get their moment? Or will it be Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio, like we said, have already fought off against D-Generation X? As a big double knee to the chest there of Escobar. This could be it, as Escobar just stomping a mud hole in the chest of Tommaso Ciampa. And now Escobar, big leg drop, dropping it like Hulk Hogan there. Is this enough? But Escobar not able to keep Ciampa down long enough. Now just trying to rip that right shoulder out of socket, man. See, this matchup has already gone a lot better than the Viking Raiders matchup. It's one of those matches that it's difficult to prepare for when you face off with a tag team like the Viking Raiders. Yeah, it's not going to be a 5-star matches like a lot of people, really go for. But it's all about surviving when you deal with a tag team like the Viking Raiders, and Mysterio and Santos Escobar were able to do that at that time. Rey, gonna maybe set up a 619. Here we go. Here comes Mysterio. 619. No, Ciampa blocks the call and he collects it and puts it away. And now Ciampa looking to pick up the win after the missed 619, but not enough to keep down Rey. And now Ciampa will get a tag to Gargano. Johnny wrestling here. It's a big Hurricane Rana, takes down Gargano now. Enough to slow down the hot tag, and now Escobar will get himself in this ring as well. Opportunity is all you need. It only takes one pinfall or submission to get to the destination where you want to go to, and that is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Makes that look so damn easy there. And oh no, Escobar gonna drop Gargano right on his head. Pinfall, is this it? 2, no. Ciampa connects with that vicious dropkick right to the face of Escobar, but certainly not doing enough damage to his face there. Gargano continuing to try to fight back as much as he can, looking to make it his moment here in WWE, looking to have it DIY versus D-Generation X. Ever since getting back together, that's the main focus of bringing back the tag team division, but also getting it to where they can be tag team champions together. As a backbreaker, right there to Santos Escobar. Is that it? 2. No, Santos Escobar is able to kick out at 2.5. Rey would have been there to break it up even before it, or a little bit after that, I believe. And now Ciampa has Escobar right where he wants him. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Brutal DDT on the apron. Referee is in position. 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. DIY is facing off with D-Generation X for the Tag Team Championships. Holy crap. This is the matchup a lot of people have been wanting to see, at least seeing Tommaso Ciampa and DIY get their moment, and they will certainly be able to get it later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as those tag team championships will be on the line for Johnny Wrestling and Tommaso Ciampa. What a amazing moment that we're gonna see. But ladies and gentlemen, Gargano and Ciampa later on tonight here on the main show. Man, it is really hot here in Hollywood, California. I had to take all my suits and everything and put on my wrestling gear because we're not done with this gauntlet match, DIY. Congratulations, you won. But there's one more team you gotta face, and that is me and Roman Reigns, Mr. Money in the Bank. This has have to be the most craziest thing I've ever seen. Just because The Rock is the host of WrestleMania Night 2, he can throw his power wherever the hell he wants to. And not only do you have Roman Reigns, the one that won the Money in the Bank briefcase last night to kick us off on night 1, now The Rock is inserting himself in this gauntlet matchup. DIY just won it, but now you got Roman and The Rock in this matchup. How is this fair? Obviously the host can do whatever the hell they want. They can fix whatever they damn well please, and now you have The Rock and Roman in this gauntlet matchup. As the referee rings the bell, this is frustrating. Hopefully Ciampa and Gargano, for their own sake, can somehow figure out what the hell is going on, but this is damn well disrespectful, especially from the bloodline of all things. And now Gargano and Ciampa, they're outnumbered. You have Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman at ringside. Solo could definitely get involved here. Ciampa saying this should be called off. This shouldn't be happening. But now, this is, like we said, and whoever wins this will get the Raw Tag Team Championship match later on in the show. But could you imagine how bad it would be for the Bloodline if they lost this matchup after, essentially this match was not even supposed to be happening, but we just heard from The Rock. And now coming out here with the rest of the Bloodline and doing what they're doing, this is just horrendous, if I do say so myself. But DIY doing quite well for themselves early on right now. Gargano. Oh, nice flatliner taking down Reigns. Reigns is having some trouble figuring out DIY at the moment. Is The Rock now right there to break it up. And now Ciampa and The Rock going to go maybe at it here. You do not want to mess with the great one as Ciampa gets tossed over the top. And just like that, that gives the Bloodline the momentum that they were looking to get. It's a nice jumping clothesline as The Rock taking it to Ciampa here at ringside. This is going to get ugly very, very fast. DIY was able to figure them out early, but right now, this is the Bloodline's match to lose at this moment, and you hate to see it. Ciampa tossed out of the way, tossing those steel steps. Gargano being thrown around, outpowered at this moment. Reigns now from behind. Oh, from underneath. Big time suplex, and Reigns is not done yet. Looking to go maybe at least one more time, holding him like he's a toddler here. As Reigns again here, gonna go maybe one more time. The trifecta of suplexes, and now here comes the People's Champion. But he gets caught right there by Gargano. Could you imagine, like I mentioned, if DIY can survive this matchup and still take on D-Generation X later on tonight? I think this is going to be the first time I've seen a host of a WrestleMania do something like we're seeing right now. As Ciampa and Gargano looking to hit a double headshot there. Takes down The Rock momentarily. Ciampa, big time over the head suplex of the Great One. It's not every day you get to see The Rock in action. We've seen him a handful of times, especially The Rock, here this year. Obviously, last year certainly was in a big matchup with The Fiend Bray Wyatt. That's when Reigns was walking into WrestleMania with the championship, but Bray Wyatt last year would end up defeating Roman Reigns for the championship. And now Reigns already working double duty. Last night he won the Raw Money in the Bank. Now he's in a tag team matchup to really see who will be next in line for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And we know Ciampa and Reigns have a history as well, ladies and gentlemen. There on SmackDown, when Reigns was Universal Champion, Ciampa had 2 opportunities to try and beat him, but it didn't work out in Ciampa's favor, especially a Hell in a Cell matchup where Roman and Ciampa went at it for quite a long time, but eventually Reigns would win. Gargano coming for a vicious DDT there to the People's Champ. For this being like a last-second matchup, DIY is doing quite well for themselves, as look at this maneuver there, takes down The Rock. And Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, pardon me, doing quite well for himself in this matchup. And look at Solo Sikoa. I feel like maybe he's starting to get a little anxious right now here at ringside. He is your United States Champion, and on the main show, ladies and gentlemen, Solo will be defending his United States Championship against Bronson Reed. Really looking forward to that match later on tonight. We'll see how big of a test that will be for Solo Sikoa. And now Ciampa looking to pick up a massive win, especially over The Rock, but it won't be happening anytime soon at this very moment. And look at Solo Sikoa getting involved here. Rock now from behind. Paul Heyman getting involved. You know it's serious when it starts breaking down and Paul Heyman has to get involved. Here we go, pinfall opportunity. Rock looking to beat Ciampa, but Ciampa going to continue to fight, and this matchup is breaking down. Roman Reigns and Johnny Gargano here at ringside. But Gargano continuing to scratch and claw. He's not going to allow the bloodline to walk over them. Roll through, kick to the head. And Gargano's like, hell yeah, I'm getting the hell out of this area. Rocky's all fired up, and why not? This is Hollywood, California, the home and city where this man makes movies and TV shows and all sorts of different things. And this man, why wouldn't it make sense for this man to want to get himself involved in WrestleMania and want to take the tag team championships away from other fellow tag team superstars? As a big axe handle takes down Ciampa, Reigns looking to take out Gargano. And he does. Big flying clothesline. Takes down Ciampa. And uh-oh. Rock looking to finish the matchup possibly. Here we go. Rock bottom to Tommaso Ciampa. Is this it? Gargano finally back in the ring. He has his sights on Reigns. And Reigns is about to take him out. As Ciampa is able to survive though. Surprised that wasn't a 3, but Ciampa is not the type of man that's going to back down from this matchup. Both men looking for a clothesline. They're going to have to try to, capitalize on that situation here. Reigns and Gargano still going at it there at ringside. Both Ciampa and Rock trying to figure each other out. Back and forth we go. Oh, and a big clubbing blow to the middle of that back. Now Ciampa has him on the ropes. Could you imagine if somehow Ciampa can steal a victory right now and pin The Rock? Literally would be his biggest pinfall of his entire career. And that's saying something with the list of wins that Ciampa has had over plenty of superstars in his career. Ciampa now looking to go for the pinfall. Will he steal one over The Rock? Referee is right there, but a strong kick out from the Great One. Ciampa telling him to stay down. But I don't think that's going to be an option at this moment. Ciampa swinging DDT maneuver. The Rock going to continue to scratch and claw all the way. Here's Gargano going to get himself tagged in here. Oh, but there's just the slightest distraction. Reigns sees Ciampa, and now these two are going to go at it here at ringside. Oh, nice DDT from both superstars. Ciampa taking out Reigns. Gargano getting taken out by The Rock. Back and forth we go. Who's going to walk out victorious? This is a lot harder than I believe the Bloodline thought this was going to be, if I'm honest with you. And Gargano coming out with those big haymakers to the Great One. And he takes him down with that drop kick. And now The Rock doing the right thing, rolling the hell out the way right now. Now Ciampa going to go right after The Rock, or I should say after Roman Reigns, tosses him back inside, and maybe Ciampa's going to start focusing on him and maybe try to take out Roman Reigns. But he gets distracted, and that's all The Rock needed, just a little bit to take down Ciampa. And now The Rock has him up on the shoulders. Ciampa trying to get out of here, and he's able to momentarily. And another swinging neck breaker there. And look at Ciampa making fun of the bloodline, putting his finger up, telling him to acknowledge DIY there. And now into the corner we go. Let's see what these guys have in store. We're going to have ourselves a flying Johnny Wrestling. That flying crossbody takes out the People's Champion. That is The Rock. And now here comes your Tribal Chief and new Mr. Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns, ladies and gentlemen. Reigns, Superman punch. Time for a spear combination. Spear right into the soul of Gargano. Referee is in position. Ciampa could have broken it up, but he didn't. He was focused on The Rock for some reason. And that, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you hate to see it. And I hate to even announce this, but now The Rock and Roman Reigns will be challenging for the Tag Team Championships on the main show. It will be the Great One, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker and Big E for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Is that spear right there? Oh, look at this. Ciampa will have plenty of time. He gets in there before the 1 count, but he's focused on The Rock for some reason. And just like that, Roman Reigns, The Rock win tonight. That's all the time we have for the pre-show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you on the start of the Money in the Bank matchup that will kick us off on night 2.